Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Real Pyro here, and today we're going to be doing a GTA Online garage update. Alright, now as you guys can see from the title of this video, I estimate that my garage is valued over $50 million. But if you want to question that, if you want to maybe throw a higher number, maybe lower number, based on the cars you're going to see in a minute, please let me know in the comment section below. And before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe if you do enjoy this video. And one more thing, since I'm back on the YouTube, some of you guys might know that I used to have a channel, but I stopped for a while. Now I'm back on. But I'm looking for people who are interested in doing GTA Online videos on Xbox One. So if you have an Xbox One, have GTA, please message me below. Also, I'm thinking about doing GTA Online car reviews. If you think that'd be a good video idea, please let me know in the comment section below, and also any ideas you may have for video ideas. Now, without further ado, let's get into this GTA Online garage update. Alright guys, so for my first garage, I like to call this the armored garage. As you guys can see, my other garages have overflowed slightly with the addition of these two cars, but for the most part, it's an armored and heavy-duty car garage. So we're going to start from back here. You guys see I have the Insurgent as well as the Guardian back here. Now, you guys notice the car colors that I put for these two trucks. One has these bright neons while the other one has a pink. I feel like for these giant trucks, they're so like evil and they do so much damage. I just thought it'd be a nice twist to add some colorful colors. But they're very fun, and especially with those two, along with the Dubsta, I like to take them out on the mountains and the water and just see how long I could go before one of them gets destroyed in the water. Pretty fun. Maybe I do a video on that. Now moving on, besides the Dubsta, I have this Range Rover. This Range Rover I think is awesome. I think GTA did an awesome job with it. I love the addition of the bulletproof and everything about it. The carbon you see on the windows and the walls there. I think GTA did a great job, and personally I love the interior. This really bright red interior that it has going on for it. I think it just looks awesome, especially combined with this black exterior. I think it's just a really tough combo, and even sitting inside of it, you could just it's wow. It's one of the best interiors in my opinion. So that's my Range Rover. Very happy with that. Now this car is the Mercedes armored SUV. I'm sorry, it's just the sedan, just the regular version. I think it is the extended wheelbase, but I'm not 100% sure. I actually don't think it is. But anyways, now this is the Kuruma. I don't really drive it that much, but it is fun to have. It makes killing online players pretty fun. I don't like doing that too much, but it's there. Moving on, we have the Rolls-Royce Wraith. Now this is more of my gaudy car. I don't really drive it too much because of its appearance, but I do think it's fun to take out sometimes. Over here we have probably my favorite from the armored cars, that besides the Range Rover edition, it's the Mercedes S600 Maybach edition. Yeah, I'm gonna name them based on their real names in real life because it's just easier for me. But yeah, it's a really nice. I feel like the blue I have it partnered with, along with the white interior, just complements it very well. Now continuing on, we have the McLaren F1 along with the Ferrari F12. Both these cars, I think GTA did an awesome job in creating, especially the Ferrari. It's pretty good in terms of it's the way it appears to the real Ferrari in real life. I think they did a good job. My only thing is that with a lot of cars, GTA forgets about the interior, and this car is no exception. The interior just doesn't feel like the car it shows on the outside. But that's what I do love about the McLaren that GTA did. It looks great on the outside, and then if you open the awesome doors, it does have an amazing interior too. It's got like this really race car feel. Now the one thing I do not like about this car is that, well, it's like just because it's a race car, it's not meant for street. But if you're on the streets and you slow down, when you try to accelerate again, it does kind of like burn out the tires, and it happens pretty often, which could get annoying. But anyways, on to the next garage. Alright, so for my next garage, here we are. This is actually my favorite garage that we have here. It's probably the garage that I come to most frequently. I'll start with the left side. Over here we have a Nissan GTR. You may be questioning the color scheme that I did on here, but I personally like it because it's different and I don't really see this combination too often. Next we have the Jetster, or the Acura NSX. Also another nice car, but I may be changing paint on this, so if you have any ideas in terms of what I should change to, please let me know. And we have the Cheetah, the Turismo, right? Oh man, there's so many names to remember. I always forget it. Yeah, the Turismo. Okay. This car I don't really drive too much. I used to drive it when the game was new, but with the addition of all these other cars, I don't really find myself driving really any of these. The ones from this section I probably drive the most are the Centorno and the Nissan GTR. I really should take out the Entity though. That Entity is fun. And yeah, that's these cars here. Now, but this section over here is probably my favorite section out of all of my garages. This is probably the section I come to the most, and I'll start from the bottom. We actually have the Bugatti right here in a chrome color. I think GTA did another great job with the Bugatti because it's very similar to the real life Bugatti as well. Chose chrome because that was the color I put on the Bugatti when I first got it, when the game first came out. So I just felt like it was nice to keep it throughout all this time. Next we got the Pagani Huayra, which is my favorite car in real life. I gave it this gold color because it reminded me of like the Middle East because so many people have it over there. So I was just like, might as well do it. And I really love the doors on this car. Just it looks great. Looks great. Again, GTA, I feel like they could have done more with the interior, but it's not bad. Not bad. Next we have the Porsche 918. Sick car in real life. And the reason I chose this color particularly is because when the car came out, Porsche decided to release it in this like silver metallic color, and I was just trying my best to replicate that color on GTA, and I feel like I might have came pretty close. But again, I feel like GTA could have done more with the interior. If you guys have seen the real 918 in real life, you will know that the center console is just like a giant screen, and that's not here in this car, which would have been a nice feature to add to it. Moving on, we have one of my favorites in the collection. It's the it's called the I think the Vapid FMJ, but to me it's really the Ford GT mixed with some influences of the LaFerrari, and I think many of you guys can agree on that with me. But being that I'm more of a LaFerrari fan over the Ford GT, I decided to take this car and make it appear more LaFerrari-ish than Ford GT. So you guys will see that I put the color to a nice Ferrari red. I even changed the wheels to the same ones on a LaFerrari, and I'll put a picture right now. And the reason why I feel like this looks like a LaFerrari is particularly the back side here moving into the rear. Like if you'll notice, the LaFerrari and this car both share the line going between the two lights, and I think that's pretty cool. So that's why I chose to do that with this car. And then finally for this garage, we have the McLaren P1. Yes, this car is a monster. It's a crazy car. I really love what GTA did with it. It's great. It's great doors. Everything about this is awesome. Again, I wish they had done more with the interior. But great car, great car. Also, if you guys like any of the designs that I have on any of these cars, please let me know and which ones you like, and maybe I'll do a video discussing how to get these exact colors and combinations to make your car look like that. But yeah. Alright, so let's move on to the next garage. Alrighty guys, so here we are in the next garage. Now as you can see, I just got out of the Fisker Karma over here. Really love this car. I love the solar panels on top, but I haven't really been driving it too much. What I like to do is sometimes just take out the cars I feel I haven't driven too much and take it on for a spin. And just driving this car reminded me why I keep it in my garage. It's silent, and it's just a nice drive. I love the lights on the back when you hit the brakes. The whole thing lights up. It's really nice. Now, this car I actually planned on trading out. Please let me know what you think I should trade it out for after looking at the rest of my garage. But this is the Aston Martin, either Vanquish or Rapid. Sorry, I think it's what it's called. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's an Aston Martin, and I tried to make it as much as a street racing looking car as I could. And I tried to do the most to it to try and make it appeal to me, but it has not grown on me. So if you guys think I should trade it out for anything, please let me know. Moving on, I like to consider this my classic car garage, despite the Lamborghini and the two cars up front. Again, it's cars that have spilled over, but for the most part, it's my classic car garage. Start from back here, we have this car over here. And what I like to do with my classic cars is I like to try and give them this like old color tone to it, so that you get a feel for like the years that it was around. And I feel like I really achieved that very well here on this olive colored car. This is probably one of my favorite of the classics. It's a fun drive. You feel like it's just real comfortable. It's not for speed or anything. It's just more for the enjoying the ride. It's pretty fun like that. This is of course the Mercedes Gullwing over here that we have here. Again, gave it that gold color, and I love the Gullwing doors on this. They're pretty wide actually, and they go up pretty high, and the whole car is just nice. Reminds me of the Mercedes SLS, of course. But moving on, we have here the Stinger GT topless here. I love the interior of this car. I love the wood that's in it. It's just really nice, feels real classical. And because it was a topless, I wanted to keep like a bright color for it, since you know, it was probably one of those cars that would be a little more flashy. Moving on, we have of course another Aston Martin, the DB700. It's really cool car, the James Bond car, of course. And this is also a nice ride, not really for speed or anything, but just for, you know, status, I guess. Then we have, of course, the Lamborghini Huracan, and this car is awesome. I'm trying to change the color because if you've noticed, I do have a lot of red cars, but I'm not sure what to change it to yet. I feel like it does have some influences of the Aventador back here, but for the most part, it's a Lamborghini Huracan, and it's and that concept car that they made. The it starts with, I feel like it starts with an A. I'm not 100%, but yeah, good car, fun drive. Moving on, we have the GT, the Stinger GT hardtop. Now you guys are probably thinking, yo, this guy got the convertible and the hardtop. I don't know, I just felt like I should have them all since there's not that many classic cars in the game. Now for this car, I actually prefer the hardtop over the topless, just because of, you know, the engine, and this one I kept in red because it reminded me, especially the rear with that engine and everything, it reminded me of the Ferrari 258 GTO, and that car of course is legendary, and this is a fun drive. It's pretty fast, and it's smooth handling, it's good overall. And then we have the Corvette Stingray from around the 1960s, great car. I wanted to get that paint, you see it says that nice Corvette emblem right there. I wanted to give it a paint job similar to what the real Corvettes would have in those times, and I found that this one was pretty popular. So I put on this paint, and this one's fast, and it's a good drive. So overall, goodbye, and I would recommend it. So let's move on to the next garage. Alrighty, and here is the next garage. What we have here is my muscle along with sport car. We have one car that spilled over, two, but yeah, for the most part, this is my muscle and sports car garage. Now, let's start from the back on the muscle car section. Now, I really enjoy the muscle cars here in the game. I feel like they have that muscle car sound to them with the engines, and I feel like they do give off that real muscle car feel to them. Actually, with the Nightshade, I feel like it's a little more on the childish side, just the shape of it and everything. And maybe my customizations just made it feel a little more sporty than muscle, which is why I gave it this bright red paint job. But overall, it's a fast car. It does have that nice muscle engine, and I do appreciate having the engine out like this. The interior is pretty standard, except for the giant NOS can that you guys saw very briefly. For the most part, it looks like the other muscle cars, but that NOS can there, pretty cool. Moving on, we have the Virgo here. This is like my favorite go-to muscle car. It is, it's aggressive. It's got that deep-sounding engine. With the engine showing here, it's just everything about it screams muscle. And again, it's got this real nice like wood tone on the dashboard there. Got a nice cup too, and it's just a great overall car, and I really enjoy driving that one. Moving on, we got of course the Camaro we have here. You guys are probably wondering where's the Mustang. I had the Mustang, but I had to get rid of it to fit some of these other cars here, unfortunately. But we keep the Camaro here, and the Camaro is nice. It's like the modern muscle here, and nothing really different about the interiors, but yeah, that's the car. And then we have like the grandfather of all the muscles over here. We got this really old vintage looking muscle car. Again, I like to show the engines, but the interiors are again basically the same, but it's a fun car to drive, and it's really that classic muscle. Next we have the Rolls-Royce Dawn. I really like how GTA allowed us to get this convertible going, because the interior on this really feels luxurious for based on the other interiors that GTA has in the game. And just because of the length of this car, you know, and everything about it, is just like when you really bring that top down, it really feels like a drop head of a Rolls Royce, and that's pretty cool. And it's, as I said before, you know, it's really long, so that's always, it's a fun drive. Then we have this car, I forgot the name of it, but love the doors, how they go up, real nice. Oh, the Proto, right? Okay, yeah, I love the interior about this car. Like, I feel like the red trim that I put on the outside matching the interior is perfect. This, to me, I'm reminded of the Middle East when I think about this car. I think about the Devel 16, I believe it's called. Car made out in the Middle East, and when I think about that car, I think about gold and stuff, which is why I put this paint job. Now moving on, we have more of our exotics and like more sporty cars, not necessarily hyper cars and whatnot. We have my street Porsche 918. I like to think of this as the GT3 RS. Try to make it look as much as I could by that. Maybe it might be considered a little bit more like a 911 Turbo, but yeah, I really like this Porsche. It's fun to drift, fun to drive. Then we have the Audi R8. Really, you could put this car any color, and of course it's Spider, but you could put this car any color really, as so long as you keep the trim black, so you get that carbon black stripe, and that's like the signature of the R8. But you could put this car any color, and it's like, it'll look good, at least in my opinion. And I really like driving this car. It's a fun drive, and I should probably take it more out more often than I normally do. Then we have here the Bentley GT Speed Coupe. Convertible as well. This car, I don't really care for it too much. If you guys have any ideas what I should swap it out for, let me know in the comment section. But it is a nice car to have. It's like for when you want to go clothes shopping or something. Yeah, I got it because at the time it was like one of the few convertibles, so I thought it would be cool. But now the game has a good amount, so maybe swapping this out. And finally we have the Bentley Yaga. That I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry if I butchered the name. But it's the Bentley SUV that they recently came out with. But the game's had it for quite a while, and it's a fun SUV car since there's not that many luxurious SUVs in the game besides the G-Wagon and the Range Rovers. So I thought I'd have this, and I feel like the colors really go well on it. But anyways, that's it for this garage. Let's move on to the last final one. Alright guys, and here we have the final garage. Here is my street racing and motorcycle garage. And I come here when I'm trying to just, you know, have fun. When people don't want to be killing me, you know, when I just want to be racing around a little bit and mountain jumping, which is what I do with my bikes. But we'll start from the back. Over here we have this just ATV. All of these are customized fully, but yeah, I don't take out the ATV too much, but it's nice to have. Then we have, of course, the Carbon RS. Great looking motorcycle. I got it because that was actually the very first vehicle I ever had, which is the Baddie 801. And these are the same colors I had from the beginning of the game. And I couldn't change them because I wanted to keep them original. So I just got the Carbon version because I wanted a fully black one like that, and I think it looks sick. Next we have the Electro, which I'm not sure if that's the real name actually, if I forgot it. But the motorcycle. This motorcycle is basically like a car because it's like really hard to get to fall off on that. But it is pretty fun. It's a decent speed. But yeah. Now these two motorcycles over here are definitely my favorite motorcycles. They're fun because you could go up mountains with them easily, and you could do a lot of spins and tricks with them, and I like taking them out often. I especially like this one because I don't know, something about this bike is better than this one over here, but they're both really good bikes and I definitely use them a lot. Now moving over here we have our street racing cars. We have of course the Corvette Stingray, all tricked out and everything with the awesome exhaust back here. And then we have the Sultan RS. It's this fully tricked out by Benny, and this interior is like the best interior in the game in my opinion, and everything is like, it actually feels like the interior of the type of car it is. You know, it's like a tuner and a street racing car, and I feel that when I step inside the vehicle. And it's just not basic. You know, all the other cars have more or less the same interior, but this is genuinely different, and I really like GTA for doing that. But I wish they would do that for all the other cars as well. And of course it's got all the lights and everything fully custom. And then to top it all off, my final car in my garage as of now is the Panto. And I've had this for quite a while. I feel like it's just the car to have, because after having all these exotics and things, you need a regular car like this just to end the day, you know? And it's not a car that people really own too many of. You don't really see people driving this car often, so it's nice change on the streets. And it's just, you catch people off guard when you bring them in this car and then you bring them to your garage and they see all your other cars. So it's funny for that reason, and I keep around because you could do a lot of fun stuff. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this GTA Online garage update, and I hope you guys do like the vehicles I have. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you guys think that it's more than 50 million, less than 50 million, please let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bien.